Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. This Friday, Jake Paul was meant to be facing Tank Davis, who truly blew it with his antics outside the ring. I think he was going to get 40 million. Not anymore, he isn't, because their little exhibition, Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, is off. But amazingly, according to Mike Coppinger, the person who might step in to replace Davis is none other than Anthony Joshua. Now, Coppinger says that Joshua and Jake Paul are finalising a deal for a heavyweight fight on Netflix in December in Miami. And I can't believe this is going to be if it does happen, which is a big if, of course, I can't believe this is going to be a proper fight. This must surely be an exhibition of some sort. But I suppose you just never know. I would be astonished if Jake Paul took on Joshua and they fought a proper fight, mainly because Joshua isn't 58, and we know that Paul had that little, obscene farce against Mike Tyson when he won, and was it an 8 2-minute rounds decision, wasn't it? I simply can't believe that this is going to happen. There was talk of Joshua coming back before the end of the year, but for this, I mean, it's a cash grab. But will it progress his legacy, rebuild his shattered reputation, or however you want to phrase it? No, of course not. This is against Jake Paul. If it was a legitimate fight, I would expect Joshua to absolutely obliterate Jake Paul in a couple of rounds, but maybe the first round. But if it's an exhibition, it'll just be, I'll touch you, you touch me sort of thing. Jake Paul would be an absolute imbecile to try and take liberties in that sort of scenario, because Joshua would flatten him. And maybe if it is an exhibition, maybe Joshua will flatten him anyway. I give Jake Paul virtually no chance of winning a proper fight. I would make it something like 95-5, 98-2 in percentage terms for Joshua. I don't hold with the idea that Joshua is completely chinny. I think his chin's never been fantastic, but I think it's his recuperative powers that are the really bad thing. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, look, this is you talk about gimmick fights. I've called Conor Benn and Chris Eubank, their two fights, gimmick fights in the past. This is off the chart. This is it's just bizarre. But a little Christmas payday for both of them. 8 figures, no doubt, for the pair of them. And it's on Netflix as well, which is interesting because Joshua I think he's not only signed to DAZN, but he has shares in the company, or whatever you want to call it. Some sort of stake. He's some sort of stakeholder. But Netflix have shown, and Jake Paul has shown, in fairness, that pay-per-view is not necessary. It never has been necessary. It's just the great economic tool that's been used over the years to sort of fleece the public. But what do you think about this? Surely it's not going to be a real fight. Would you watch it? That's another thing. I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's so bizarre people would watch it. I mean, we've had Francis Ngannou against both Tyson Fury, where Fury sort of eked out a victory. I thought he did legitimately win that fight, but I'm not someone who thinks Ngannou was robbed. Then you got Ngannou getting splattered by AJ in a couple of rounds, over in the first, over and out in the second. But those were classed as real fights. This surely won't be a real fight, but we'll see. What do you think? Would you watch it? Do you think it'll be an exhibition or a real fight? If you've got any opinions, just leave them below. Let me know what you think. And also, please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. All right, ladies and gents, thank you very much. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.